have the... Oh, here it is. Huh, I'm lost already. Here it comes. Thanks, Asprey. We'll see if it's a success story or if it's a warning. So this will be more about the things you guys can maybe relate to more, which is failure. I mean, everyone probably fails a number of times. I failed. I will tell you about that very soon. And pivoting in a smart way, not like here. So everyone probably can relate to this story. You have a great team of people, amazing technical co-founders. They come up with a really good idea. They come up with really good technology. The technology actually works. It's been proven to work. They put it on the market, and the business fails. Typical stuff. So what do you do in this situation? What's your typical next step? You're trying to look for another application of the technology, right? Makes sense. Actually doesn't. Can you see what's wrong with this? Like, can you see what's wrong with this attitude? Can anyone see? I couldn't see either, so no worries. So this is like this. So this is a typical solution looking for a problem kind of case, right? Successful company, it almost never works, because successful companies are based on a great product solving a significant problem. And when you're starting with a solution, when you're starting with technology, you're most likely missing like 99% of the most significant problems, right? So you have a very small chance of actually making it work. The right way to do it is to first start with a problem. I'm hoping this is really obvious to everyone. It definitely wasn't obvious to me. So I'll tell you a bit of how I went from my first solution to my last solution and what happened next. So this is a story about the Filmaster pivots. Filmaster is a company I founded in 2010. Actually, I'm here because of Filmaster, because I met Yildiz when we got accelerated by Hack Forward, and Yildiz was also part of Hack Forward of Infogram. And the original idea for the company was, we started with consumer, with movies. I thought there is a problem, and there is a problem. I thought there is a problem that people don't know what to watch. Basically, there is so much content everywhere, everyone likes different things, so let's just come up with a smart recommender engine that learns what you like, and then it gets you like what to watch today in a cinema or on TV or on Netflix or anywhere. So we built an app. The app got about 100K users that kind of liked what we're doing. Actually, the users who tested it and tried really loved it. They came back with really good feedback, like, hey, this recommendation actually works. So we were like, yeah, we nailed it. But then we kind of, when we looked a bit more into the details, it turned out that only about 5% of users were using the recommender engine. Like, we're actually like rating films and getting the best of the best, meaning that it was a personalized recommendation for them. Everyone else was just kind of like going through the website, the app, and looking for some list of films. They were looking for some films. They actually got what they wanted, but they weren't using the recommender engine. We chose to ignore this insight, and when we stopped at 100K, it wasn't really growing fast. We thought maybe we should do something else. Maybe the problem was that people this thing weren't growing because there wasn't any content to watch on the website. You get to a website, you find what to watch, and then you still have to go to BitTorrent or to Netflix or wherever to watch it. So we thought maybe this is the issue. This wasn't really based on any facts. That was just our gut feeling. So we hook up with Samsung. Samsung actually paid us to create an app for their new platform, Smart Hub. We built an app that was, basically a lot of short films. You watch the films, and then the more and more relevant movies would come up after you watch it. Similar story, 20,000 users, good kind of engagement. It wouldn't grow because then we find out that the whole number of users who are actually using smart TV apps is about 20 million worldwide. So we still got pretty good number. But the next step was like, what are we doing wrong? So our solution was maybe we're going after the wrong platform. Don't laugh. So we decided we're going to move to a different platform. Yeah. So it was called Google TV. It was 2012. Anyone knows Google TV? We thought it was gonna be huge, but yeah. So it sucked. Like no one actually used that. So, but we spent a number of hours actually building the app. So after this failure, we decided consumer is not what we want. We still want to work on the recommender engine. We knew it worked, so we're gonna go after the business. We did some more fundraising from a number of investors. We created nice DAX. We started going to customers, and we tried to sell them the recommender engine. We didn't try to actually get what they wanted. We kind of pushed the recommender engine onto them. We got some customers. ProSieben deployed that. A number of cinemas deployed that around Europe. But basically, it was a struggle because we had to educate the customer every time. So after a while, we got some insightful advisors from the cinema industry who told us, hey, you have all those customers, start talking to them. And we were like, yeah, sounds a good idea. Why not? I mean, we already have them, so why not have a chat? And we started chatting with them, and the funny thing was they told us what they wanted. And they didn't want the recommender engine at all. They said it's a nice thing, it's kind of a nice toy. It's nice to brag to our customers that we have that, but this is really not something we're looking for. We're not looking to optimize things for our users. Our users are okay, like cinema users, VOD users, they're already on the platform. So optimizing by 10% more, it's not something we're really looking for. What we're really looking for is how to acquire new users, how to get people who are not our users, our customers, onto the platform. And they told us we need more people on Facebook because on Facebook, we can actually drive more viewership. And they told us, build a Facebook app for us. And we were almost offended. I was we have this great, amazing technology that actually works. Here you can prove it. KPIs from ProSieben, 30% growth of viewership. Why are you telling us to build a Facebook app? The advisors told us, just build a Facebook app. So we've built a Facebook app. A quiz when you just answered some stupid questions. Number of cinemas started paying us for that, $2K a month, $3K a month. It was actually a growing business by then. So it was we were still so offended, but we kind of developed that because that was really easy. And it actually started growing their audience. So it was, but the thing I want to tell you about is that we didn't stop here. We thought, this customer, okay, he got what he wanted, but we still want to put that recommender engine somewhere here. So at the end of that quiz, every time we put those fucking recommendations, no one wanted. But we were like, you're idiots. So we just want to have that because this technology is so great, everyone's supposed to have it. So yeah, so this is a story. I mean, so the morale of this story, I think, is that technology, if you're a tech founder, it's normal that you are so attached to your technology. But if you are, it's a major obstacle in growth. You really need to realize, not after 5 years as we did, but a bit earlier, that technology is not what it's all about. It's kind of more about what the customer wants and what they want to pay you for. If it's a cool technology, that's great, but this is not really what startups are all about. So fast forward to 2015, Samba TV came around. This is a company that actually acquired my company 2 years ago. And the story with Samba is that they kind of started with the same idea. They also wanted to create better content, to help users discover better content. But they talked to the TV manufacturers first year of operation, and they kind of realized that this is not really what people want to pay for. They want this kind of nice content discovery, but this is not something they want to pay for. TV manufacturers struggled in margins. The margins were really low. So they wanted to monetize their users. This is what they really wanted to do. So what Samba did was basically deployed all the software for free, not for free, but for the data. So Samba owns all the data from all the TVs that you're watching. Don't look at me so in such a way, it's true. We are on most of the TVs worldwide. And then we monetize this data by doing analytics and advertisement. And Filmaster's acquisition for Samba was basically adding one more piece to the consumer tag that Samba was developing, the recommender engine, which is not a major piece, but it's a nice piece for a customer to justify why you're sharing the data. So they kind of get to the same idea, but way smarter. That's why they acquired us, not we them. Finalizing, like when you are in a situation when it's not kind of working, it's working, but you don't see this nice hockey stick traction like what Bernard was talking about. You have basically two ways. So one way is to exit, and it's not something I would recommend. My exit was very nice. I really liked it, and we are enjoying ourselves. I'm still at the company, but this is something that has to be really a good match, a team, good time. It's not something it just happens. You know, it might just happen, but I wouldn't count on it. So the second best thing you can do in this case is basically reset. If you already have customers, go talk to those customers. Ask them what they really want. Like, you know, you keep your vision. You have some vision. You don't want to switch from, you know, one thing to a completely different market, but like see how else you can help your customers. It's very likely they'll be very, very, like they have problems. They'll be very open to share your problems with you. And if you're a technical guy, you know, it's easy to fix those problems. So just talk to them. And, you know, a number of companies actually were successful after a reset. Like PayPal is one. I mean, they've been working on some stuff for system administrators, I think, before actually launching what PayPal is right now. Complete pivot with some technology, but a really big pivot. Twitter, you know, they were working on some podcasting. They kind of reset at some point. They had no money. Two more months of run rate. They kind of invented what Twitter is right now. Not saying Twitter is super successful now, but still. And then like Wikipedia, a number of cases where a spin-off of a company at some point just became a really big thing. I don't see many cases when looking for another application of the technology you already have was a huge success. And if it was mostly by accident. So if you want to pivot the smart way. Try to talk to the customers. Do not look for another problem that your solution solves. That's what I want you to get from this presentation. Thanks a lot.